Well, hey, this is Todd. I am a regular dude walking in the Word. We are in Exodus right now. We're going through Exodus chapter 19 today. We're going to be going, this chapter we're actually going to go through pretty fast, and we're going to take 2 episodes. When we get after this chapter, it's Exodus 20, and do you know what is in Exodus 20? Anyone? The 10 Commandments. And so we're going to be spending some time looking at each one of those 10 Commandments during that time. Today, I wanted to talk about, this is where Moses has led the children of Israel to Mount Sinai. And this chapter is really preparation for God communicating with Moses on Mount Sinai here. Today, it's entitled, If We Simply Obey, and it's the first part of chapter 19, and it's Exodus 19, verses 1 through 8. So if you have your Bibles, you can turn there and follow along with me as I read. And again, it's If We Simply Obey. On the first day of the 3rd month after the Israelites left Egypt, on that very day they came to the desert of the Sinai. After they set out from Rephidim, they entered the desert of the Sinai, and Israel camped there in the desert in front of the mountain. Okay, so they're on their way, and they're in the desert, and this is the Sinai. This is not the Promised Land. So people think, I guess ignorantly today, that Mount Sinai is in the Holy Land. It's not in the Holy Land. It's on the way to the Holy Land, and there's been different disputes since that time about where actually Mount Sinai is. A lot of scientific evidence has pointed to it's actually in like Saudi Arabia, and it's hard to get to because of restrictions and everything by Saudi Arabia to get there. But you can go on YouTube and look, and there's all kinds of videos where this Mount Sinai is. Okay, so they've arrived there at that mountain. Then Moses went up to God, and the Lord called to him from the mountain and said, "This is what you are to say to the descendants of Jacob, and what you are to tell the people of Israel. You yourself have seen what I did to Egypt, and how I carried you on eagle's wings and brought you to myself. Now if you obey me fully and keep my covenant, then out of all nations you will be my treasured possession. Although the whole earth is mine, you will be for me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words you are to speak to the Israelites." So Moses went back and summoned the elders of the people and set before them all the words the Lord had commanded him to speak. The people all responded together, "We will do everything the Lord has said." So Moses brought back the answer to the Lord. Okay. So what's happened here is the Lord is speaking to Moses here in preparation for all this to happen. And he's saying, you know what? You have seen how I have rescued you from the Egyptians and how I brought you out. So the Lord is setting that up. Like, look at all that I've done already for you. Okay, so that's an amazing thing right there. If you just look at everything the Lord has done for the people of Israel, bringing, the 10 plagues on Egypt, and then them leaving Egypt, and then the whole issue in the Red Sea with the Egyptian army being destroyed, and all that, and how he's provided for him since that time with the manna and the water and all that stuff. So he's setting that up to say, look what I've done for you already. Okay. Then he says, now if you obey me fully, this is verse 5, if you obey me fully and keep my covenant, then out of all the nations you will be my treasured possession. So it's like God is saying, if you just obey me, that's all you got to do. Just obey me, and you're going to be my treasured possession. Okay? We have treasured possessions here. It might be your favorite hat that you have, or your favorite kayak or car or something. And you're like, oh, just recently, Grace was with us, and we took her to live with her aunt who's adopting her. And I got her, on the way there, I got her a little thing at Buc-ee's, a little Bucky is what it was. And, she held on to that the whole time. And then when she got there and met her sister, and her sister wanted to hold that little Bucky. Grace would not give that thing up. Okay, that was her treasured possession, and she wasn't about to give that up. Well, the Lord is saying here, you're going to be my treasured possession. I'm not going to give you up. This is going to be, you're going to be my special kingdom here. If you obey me, that's all you got to do. Okay, so Moses tells the people this. He goes back to the people of Israel and says this to them, and they, sorry, and they pretty instantly say, "Oh yeah, we'll do it. Yep, we'll do it. Whatever it says." So not thinking about it too much, which we shouldn't have to think about it too much. We should just obey. However, through their history, you're going to find that they obeyed for a while and then they didn't obey. It was back and forth, okay? And it was, God laid it out here in just these verses, these simple verses. If you just obey me, things are going to go really well with you. But they failed to obey. So the same thing is applicable today. We're not going to be, a great nation or anything, but if we obey, we're on our way to heaven, and we have a relationship with God. But still, many of us fail to obey. All right. So the key thing to this today is this: if we simply obey. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue our journey through Exodus. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.